Hey everyone, it's Natasha. In today's video, I'm going to review schoolhouseteachers.com Ultimate Pre-K through 12 Annual Membership. Now, I've done a couple quick videos on schoolhouseteachers.com, but in this video, I wanted to share with you what we are actually using from schoolhouseteachers.com and how we're utilizing it in our homeschool and how it is blessing our family. So my 10-year-old is actually doing 2 courses on Schoolhouse Teachers, and she is doing French and also violin. And I absolutely love it because those are 2 things that I actually can't teach her. I don't know French and I don't know the violin. And if you're familiar with tutors, they cost a lot of money. And so with Schoolhouse Teachers, she can take French and take violin, and it's all included in the membership. So I was really excited when we found that Schoolhouse Teachers was now offering this French for all ages. She is doing the L'Art de Lire, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. She has the student workbook printed out. I printed out the teacher's workbook for myself, and I'll show you that. There's also flashcards and tests, and then there's audio files as well that walks the student through the vocabulary so that they can actually hear the French spoken as well. Because when you're learning a new language, it's really helpful if you hear the French or whatever language it is spoken and not just read it. And I'll tell you one thing that I know is that it's really hard to read French, in my opinion, because it doesn't sound like it's spelled. Like the phonics doesn't make sense to me when it comes to French. So I just think that it's so awesome that they do have that audio files available. There is additional information about each course. There's also lesson plans for each course, so you can see the lesson plans. This is a 3-day-a-week program, so that's perfect. I absolutely love that. Another class she is doing is the violin, and what I love about Schoolhouse Teachers too is that this member dashboard has a bookmark bar here, and you can click on that and you can make a tab essentially for each of your children. And so here I have a tab for each of my children, and they can just click on their name and they can choose the courses that are under their name. And so the other course that my 10-year-old is doing is beginning violin. Now for her, she isn't a total beginner, although she's definitely still a novice violin player, but she does have some experience because she did take violin at her enrichment class also. And she took an outschool violin class as well. So she actually skipped the first 5 lessons and jumped into lesson 6, although even lesson 6 and 7 she was comfortable with. So that's kind of the nice thing too, is that like you don't have to do something if they already know it. You can just skip ahead. And this particular course has these video lessons too, along with a lesson plan. And this is a 20-week, oh no, it's a 33-week. I thought it was 20 weeks. This is a 33-week plan, also 3 days a week. And so that's working out really great. Another class that we're doing with my 3 little girls is we're doing the elementary art. Now I say little girls, but they're not that little. One is 5, one is 9, and one is 10. And we are doing the elementary art lessons. And this was really cool because it focuses on a different artist. And so we're just doing this once a week, and we're focusing on an artist. Now, here is the really cool thing is some lessons on schoolhouseteachers.com are interactive. And so this particular curriculum has 12 great artists and then lessons in self-portraits and Advent art. Now, I discovered the Advent art, unfortunately, after Christmas. So otherwise it would have been perfect to use for Christmas, but nevertheless, I can use that next year. So we're going to do the 12 great artists plus the lessons in self-portraits for our second semester here, which is perfect for once a week. We're going to do this on Friday afternoons as part of our Fun Friday. So we're actually starting this one this Friday. So we actually haven't started this one yet because we are starting it this Friday. But let me show you kind of what this interactive lesson looks like. And what I plan to do with this particular course is Apple play it onto the TV, and that way all the kids can see it. But it's really cool. So you can go through here, instead of printing out the PDF, you can just go through here and you can click, and then it gives you the art project to do. So every artist, it gives you a little information and it gives you an art project to do. So in this project, you're going to tape a piece of art paper underneath the seat of a chair, and you're going to have a little artist lay down on the floor and slide under the chair and, you know, do their art up, which is kind of cool. And then it gives you some additional resources that you might want to get from the library. And so what I've done is I went through my library and I requested all the books from my library. They don't have all of them, but that's okay. I just got, you know, what they do have, and I did a couple artists ahead. That way I can have those books on hand. And so I just thought this was going to be so fun, very simple, and very easy to navigate, and that's what I love. Now, another thing I wanted to point out to you, I told you about the school boxes before, which these are basically like box curriculum, but in the online space. So you don't get a box sent to your house, but it's everything you need. Let's say you have a 6th grade student, you don't want to think about what courses that you want them to do. This is especially helpful if you're a new homeschooler. You can just go here and you can do everything it says to do for 6th grade. And so we have math, English language arts, spelling, science, history, traditional history, classical, health, social studies and geography, music, and art. So you could do everything under all of these topics, or you could just do, you know, pick and choose what you wanted to do. But you can download the curriculum guide. And I mean, it's really, really awesome because everything is laid out for you, and it tells you exactly what you'll need, and it has these checklists. I love these checklists. So you can have, what I do for my kids is I print these out and I put them in those little folders with brads that you get at Office Max for like 10 cents. And then they can decorate the covers of them or whatever. And then as they go through each day, they can mark it off. Now, I don't actually have anybody in 6th grade doing this particular curriculum. I just wanted to show you kind of what that was like. But I did talk about that in my other video too. Anyway, but something else I wanted to show you was that there are these streaming videos that I really like, and you get access to Right Now Media, which you can only get access to Right Now Media through like an organization. It's not something that individuals can purchase themselves. And so that's really cool. And so you can go to Right Now Media, and there's login information and all that for you. And Right Now Media has access to all kinds of videos and devotionals. And just like if you need something edifying for your kids to watch, you know, maybe you need just a few minutes to get the dishes done. Right Now Media is great because you know you can trust it. And there's also, though, in the curriculum, there is a lot of video courses too. So in fact, let me show you what I'm talking about. So the courses will tell you if there is a video component. There are little symbols that tell you if there's a video component, if there's downloadable material, or things like that. So I'll show you that. So here we have, I just went to the Bible courses, and here we have some of the Bible courses we can scroll through. You can filter by grade, you can filter by subject, you can filter by grade and then by subject. You can do all sorts of things here. Okay, so I wanted to show you this little key here. So if there's these different symbols, then you'll know, oh, there's downloadable text, or oh, this is high school only, or oh, there's a video component, or oh, this uses Right Now Media. My 12th grader did a course, a Bible course that used the Right Now Media, and now I'm forgetting what it is. I'll go find it. But it had an author that she absolutely loved, and she was so excited that she got to do his course. So, I mean, you'll find all kinds of great things. But anyway, so when I come here, I can say, oh, look, there's a little red triangle addressing cultural issues, has a video component, and so does a different kind of Bible study. So maybe I know that my kids learn really well through videos, And so I'm going to take a look at this particular course because I want to see if maybe it would be a good fit because it contains video lessons for my children. And so I can take a look and see if I want to use this course. And so that is how these things work. And it might take you, in this case, it takes you to a different website. There's lots of different creators that create these courses. And so it's really awesome because you get such a variety and there's always something for everybody. So addressing cultural issues is another one that has a little triangle. So you know the red triangle. So you're like, oh, it has a video component to it. Now, as you saw with the violin course, the videos were right there on the website. In that Bible course, it took you to a separate page to access the video lessons. But everything you need is very laid out. Like, as you can see, go to class lessons. Okay, that's what I want to do. I want to go to the class lessons. And then I can click that and go to the lessons for addressing cultural issues. And oh, this is the one I was talking about with my daughter. That's right. I just remembered when I saw this. This is what she was what she was excited to do. And anyway, so my 12th grader did addressing cultural issues, and she really, really enjoyed that. And so anyway, so there was that. And then what else have we used so far? The typing. We also have, I've dove into some of the kindergarten. There is a great kindergarten handwriting program on here too that has all kinds of downloadable worksheets. There's all kinds of things. Just look, like as you can see under kindergarten, there's art, Bible, electives, geography, health and fitness, history, language arts, math, music, science, social studies, unit studies. The unit studies are great too because you can choose, like, if there's a topic that you want to learn about, go to the unit studies. Another thing that I found was the Charlotte Mason homeschooling. Let's see if I can get us back to that. There was the special needs, the literacy center, holiday and seasonal content, physical education, the monthly menu, certificate library, tutorials, help charts, and there's planning forms, lesson plan, scope and sequence, record keeping, free printable calendars. I wanted to take you to the Charlotte Mason because I thought it was really awesome that if you are a Charlotte Mason homeschooler, the Charlotte Mason section basically kind of lists all of the courses on Schoolhouse Teachers that have a Charlotte Mason flair or that Charlotte Mason homeschoolers could use. Here we go. The Charlotte Mason Learning Center. That's what I wanted. So I'm going to show you this really quick in case you are a Charlotte Mason homeschooler, but it literally lists all the courses that would mesh well with a Charlotte Mason education. And it goes by topic. So art, Bible, drama and speech, electives, geography, history, language arts, lots of language arts, math, music, science, social studies. So this is really awesome. One thing that I wanted to point out too was the Charlotte Mason Preschool. It's 6 4-week units that explore nature study themes and incorporate activities such as handicrafts, art, and living books. There's botany, curious science, daily discoveries, exploring God's world with kindergarten science, exploring God's world with first grade science, exploring God's world of fourth grade science, fifth grade, sixth grade. Let's do science outside, science of our planet. Hands-on math help. Let's do math outside. The multiplication workshop, advanced music theory, composing with the masters, worldviews and literature, schoolhouse spelling, a reading list, high school British literature, fundamental elements of literature and composition, everyday copywork. This is another one that I have utilized also because my third grader is really into cursive. And so I was actually going to buy her a Copywork book. And then I remembered, wait a second, I have Schoolhouse Teachers. I don't need to buy a Copywork book because I have all of these Copywork lessons that my daughter can do and that I can just print out. So that's really awesome. And so let me show you those. So there was tons of Copywork here. So here you can follow a lesson plan if you want, but I think it's fun to just choose a piece of Copywork to go with what we're learning about. So maybe I want to choose, I'm gonna go to grammar, and maybe she's learning about pronouns. And so I want to have her do Copywork with pronouns, or maybe some American history. And anyway, I just thought that this was absolutely wonderful to have all this Copywork available to me that I can just download and print out for my daughter. And I don't need to buy a Copywork book when I have everyday Copywork available to me. So as you can see, there is just so many different things. I didn't even in this video, I didn't even touch all of the different courses, not even close, that you can find on schoolhouseteachers.com. You can find basically anything you're looking for. And so I highly recommend it. I think it is a fabulous resource for homeschooling families, and I will leave the link down below where you can access it. And if you need any more information, definitely feel free to ask any questions down below. And make sure to also go check out the Homeschool Review Crew blog post, where lots of families have reviewed schoolhouseteachers.com, so that you can see if this might be a good fit for your family. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.